Hello and welcome to IGCSE Sudarshan Studio, and we are solving a specimen paper, um, IGCSE EVM 0680, the paper code, and this is paper 2. Okay, so this paper is specifically for the Feb and March series, especially for the South Asia continent, right? South Asian countries here. South Asian countries. My bad, that was okay. So South Asian countries. So EVM again. Once again, I'm reading out the instructions here. Answers all the question. Dark blue pen should be used. For diagram and graph, use only HB pencil. Please do write candidate name, center number, and candidate number. Don't forget that. Better to write in all caps, capital letter, right? Next one. Do not use any kind of correction fluid. Do not write on the barcode. Use calculator, and wherever required, please use the appropriate units. Fine. So this was with the unit part. Paper is for 80 marks and the duration will be 1 hour 45 minutes. Okay, we have already done the first question, which was related to the this was related to our soil erosion agriculture. Okay, moving to the next question. Oh, paper 2 is, most of the students they say that paper 2 is difficult, but paper 2 is just like a case study. If you have done textbook case study, you will know that this is very easy. Okay, so what do we have here? Figure 2.1 shows, what is 2.1 showing? It is showing that a giant African snail, and giant African snail length is 20 centimeter. Okay, eats plant and it's a herbivorous. In 2022, the two population of giant African land snails were found in the state of Florida, USA. Figure 2.2 shows the location of these two populations. Population of giant African land snail. Can see in the two populations there in Florida, it was population 1 site here, and there is a site 2. Fine. Okay, moving to the next question. Use figure 2.2 to calculate the distance between the 2 points. Okay, show your working. So whenever they mention your working and whenever it's for 2 marks, please remember this, you need to show working. If it is not and you are directly writing some random answer which may be correct also, you will get only 1 mark, right? So what is this? Now with the help of a scale, you need to measure the length from point 1 to point 2. On scale it will be, because even I have a hard copy of it, so on, if you measure it, it is 2.5 centimeter. Okay, now as we can see, the distance they have given here 0 to 75 kilometer. That means my answer should now here point, first thing, point 1 to 2 is equals to 2.5 centimeter, right? So this is point 1. This is what we got. Step 1. Step 2 is 2.5 into 75. The data is there in the image, so we get 187. Fine, that is the answer, and the unit is already mentioned here in kilometers. Now give the direction of population 2 from population 1. Direction of population 2 from population 1. Where is this direction? Population 2 from population 1. This is towards population 1 to population, from population 1, right? So direction is this is what we have for direction, right? You can use this one. And the question is, give the direction of population 2 from population 1. So population from 1 you have to give the direction. It is north west side. You can write here. Okay. Next one. A scientist want to use a random sampling strategy to estimate the population of giant African land snail in Florida. Describe a random sampling strategy to estimate the population of giant African land snails in Florida. So you have to random sampling, we have to describe. Okay, your answer should include, these are the keywords. Now see here, they have given you the keywords. Select the area of sample, collect and record your data, and estimate the population of giant African land snail in Florida. So first thing, we'll go with the first heading, and that is, okay, select the area to sample. So this one should go straight away. The first mark is for grid the map. Okay, grid the map of Florida. Okay, using GPS, right? Next one, use the, so this is random sampling, right? So use a random number generator. Generally we never see such kind of random sampling method to be explained, but yes, this is for the first time we have in web series, so let's do this. So we have selected the area, we have plotted the grid over the Florida map, and then we started with a random number generator. The next one is collect and record your data. So the second one, so we have done with A, let's go for the B here. Collect and record your data. So what are we going to do? So what we use for this method is, okay, this is the third one, right? Third point. So as we are gridding it on the Florida map, so use a quadrant method. Use a, remember the squares that we actually lay on the ground? So quadrant, and count the number of snails in the quadrant. First point, okay. Fourth one, next one, use a tally system to keep the record. Fine. Next one, estimate the population of giant African land snails in Florida. So how do you estimate this? Now last one is, we have to mention here, estimate the population. Now how do you estimate this population? Okay, recording data, selecting the area, record, collect the data, and then estimate the population. How do we do estimation? Repeat the number of quadrant, number of, okay. Second one, what do you say, that replicate the construction again. So if we are repeating the quadrant, second method, or fourth, fifth, I think this should be the sixth point here. This is the fifth one. Replicate the experiment on consecutive day to take mean value. So you are replicating the same experiment on the next day, third day, fourth day, so that you can have a mean value. So here we can see 5 marks are there, and under each heading A, B, C, we wrote at least two points, basically making it 6 total points. And this is how we can use the keywords that the IGCSE has mentioned and just go on with this flow. Okay, heading is already here. We have used the data, we have used the answer in our including in this method, so it directly goes for 5 marks. The examiner do not have any choice, but he or she will give you total 5 here. Okay, next one. As we have the next question here, the scientist also use a systematic sampling strategy to estimate the population of giant African land snail. Suggest benefit and limitation of using a systematic sampling. So earlier it was random, now it is a systematic sampling, benefit and limitation. Now the benefit of systematic, the name itself says that the benefit, samples take evenly over whole sample area. So what do we have a benefit here is samples are taken evenly over, on random method we take on the random area, right? So over a whole sample area, right? Okay, now do we have any another benefit also of the sampling method? It is very simple to replicate rather than in random. The next day you don't remember in which place you have did that quadrant method, but a sampling systematic way is very easy because you know about the way you have done, so the process is very simple. Okay, so we mentioned it's simple to replicate the whole experiment. Now limitations are, these are not representative. Okay, not representative, and it's very difficult because it's a systematic one, difficult to maintain, difficult to sample such a large area by this sampling, systematic sampling method. Okay, so these are the 2 benefits we have mentioned, 2 limitations we have mentioned, 3 marks. So we have tried to give in this way. Okay, you can mention in this way also that benefits 2 points and limitation 1 point, but to make it even I have written 2 points in a benefit form and 2 limitations of the systematic sampling method. Okay, next one, giant African land snails are invasive. Remember in paper 1 also they use this word invasive. Fine, so invasive species in Florida. Suggest 2 other reasons why scientists are concerned about the population of giant African land snails in Florida, because they are invasive. So what will happen? They will not have a they will not have a natural, what they will not have? A natural, any guess? Okay, they do not have a natural predator. They will not have a natural predator. 2 marks. Second point should be they, as they are invasive, so they will, there is no natural predator, that means reproduction rate is very high. Okay, the reproduction rate will be very high, right? Rest other points also you can write it, like for example They may introduce disease, they may spread the disease across the Florida, the habitat can be destructed, okay. Any other forms of the negative form of invasive species you can write. So here it is 2 marks. Stick to the point, stick to the marks, so that you have some time to do revision, also revise the paper by the end of the exam, okay. That is 1 hour 45 minutes, but that means at least keep 10 minutes for revising the answers, okay. One more tip here: whenever you are writing such a lengthy answers, no, like for example here it is 5 marks, do write in point wise. If you write in a paragraph, no, the problem is you will not remember how many points you have covered or how many marking scheme keywords point you have covered. So always mention in the point wise, so that you will easily know how many points you have covered, or leave some space so that again when you have some time you can cover that answer during that time, okay. A simple tip for a long answer questions. So this chapter, again we can see that second question, total marks was 13, and happily we have secured 13 marks. So we have done the second question. For the third question we will see in the next video, okay. We'll not stretch at a time everything. So if you have came up to here, that means you have liked this video, but please do subscribe, like and share, hit the notification button so that you can get the notification of the video as soon as we go live, or when we are presenting, or when I have uploaded the answer here, okay. So do take care of yourself. Remember, you are the special one. The marks are not going to decide your future and your success. It's you who is the best in this world and no one else. So think in positive way. Take a very good care of yourself and your family. Eat healthy. It's an exam time. Focus on your studies. Take a very good care and rest. Okay, take a good rest. That's all for today. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.